Hey, well, good morning, everyone. It's been a minute, as in my title, since I've done any kind of live stream. So I woke up this morning just feeling like, hey, let's jump into a live stream and do a little chat, see if anybody shows up. I will say that when I woke up this morning, I was debating, what platform should I even stream on. And, I looked at Twitch this morning. And, just when I look at all the different channels, and this is no criticism of the people that are there, it just, I don't know, it just feels like Twitch is not my place. So I thought I'd go ahead and try it out on YouTube and, see if anybody just wants to chat this morning. See if somebody jumps in my channel. You pick the topic, we'll talk about it. Whether it's cycling, if you want to talk about my spin bike setup, you want to talk about, I don't know, performance management, professional work, whatever. Let's just chat about it. And I'll say that I woke up this morning and I felt like I really needed to do this for myself, just to kind of put myself out there. I really shied away from streams lately. Whether it's, doing the gym workouts, on the spin bike on Zwift, which I love that, but we're in that time of the year where I'm hardly in the gym. I'm usually outside riding, and I can still use the gym for weights and things like that, but I'm just not doing a whole lot of weightlifting, things like that right now. Using the rowing machine, just not doing it. So I love that. Streaming Zwift, but I'm just not doing it. And I really want to get into the IRL streaming of my bike rides. Going to some races that I've been doing. But that's going to take an investment in some equipment because I've played around with it. Between using the GoPro, different setups, set up an RMTP server, and I got it to somewhat function. And I got an idea, a method, a process, but it's going to really require an investment in some equipment in order to be successful at that. So I may look into that at some point in time. Live streaming the biking. I think it'd be worth the investment. Just from again, I do this more for hobby and staying up to date with technology, how things work. So that's the fun in it for me. But I also like doing these type of streams, which seem reasonably successful over on the Twitch platform. For whatever reason, people will jump in on these and chat with me there, and get into all sorts of topics. But I thought I'd just try it over here on YouTube and see, if this is something I can just get back into regularly before my actual workday starts, because I do have a full-time job. And that, for me, can start at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. I generally try not to start my workday till about 7:30, 8 o'clock, just depending on what's really going on with work. So, anyways, we'll see if anybody jumps in here right now. I know it's pretty early. I would say that the subscribers I have on my YouTube channel, it's pretty diverse. From I have people that come in for some of my content, obviously on what I do with the spin bike, the low cost setup, and it seems like a lot of my subscribers come from the content I do around when I'm actually doing repair on my vehicles, which I don't mind doing. Let's put it like this. I honestly hate the fact that I am sometimes, not always, there's value in it, but I'm very mechanically inclined. I've been repairing things all my life. I obviously am, work in the repair industry, being a mechanic, truck mechanic, diesel mechanic, certified mechanic, by the way. Caterpillar, Cummins, Volvo, Mercedes, you name it. I've worked on it all. Peterbilt, Freightliner. Worked at some major dealerships and worked for one of the largest transportation companies in the U.S. right now as a director of all shop training. And so when I work on my own vehicles, it seems like a lot of people watch those videos, and so I thought about putting a focus on that, but I really don't like working on my stuff. That's part of the problem. In fact, the last video, well, it wasn't even a video. I had to go do a quick repair on the used truck that I purchased, and it was a fuse update for the fuel pump. Yeah, the fuel pump. And I discovered the problem because I was actually out on a trip in Texas. I was at a bicycle race and my truck wouldn't start. Luckily for me, I always carry my tools, my tool bag, my digital multimeter and everything. And, so once I realized the truck wasn't going to start, I opened the hood, pulled the fuse book, just started checking fuses first. Naturally, that's where every mechanic should start, checking fuses before you start taking parts, things apart. And checking fuses, and I could see the one clearly was, I obviously went for the obvious ones first. If you're a mechanic, you know what to go after. If your vehicle's not starting, it's usually, the main control modules, engine control modules. Then you go after fuel, ignition type things like that. So I was basically checking all those, and found one fuse that was dead for the fuel control module. And it was a 20 amp fuse, pulled it out, and it was just basically burnt to a crisp. And so luckily I also had fuses because I was dealing with some headlight issues that were blowing on that particular truck. So I had a pack of fuses and swapped that fuse and everything. The truck started right up. Well, when I got home later that week, did some research on it and found out that there was some sort of a campaign or repair bulletin for a fuel module fuse fix, which basically is, the circuit or the board that they ran it on is essentially underpowered for the amount of amperage that's going through it. So it basically burns that fuse up. So the repair is you pull up that PDM, power distribution module, you pull it up, cut the wire, you put in a bigger wire in and relocate into another place, and you put a bigger fuse in it. Not bigger in amperage or capacity. It's still a 20 amp, but it's a larger fuse that can have more throughput of the amperage. So a bigger circuit breaker, essentially. And I wanted to record that video because I think it would have been great. I mean, and I actually went out there and I just thought, by the time I go out there, set up a light, the camera, everything, and try to shoot the video where I'm can actually make sure I have talking points about what I'm doing, and then when I'm flipping it over, zooming in the camera, that repair was going to end up taking me 45 minutes to do that when I went out there really quick and pulled the PDM up, cut the wire, blocked off the other one, had my soldering iron out already. I had it already warming up and everything, and quickly soldered in the new wire, plugged it in, popped the fuse, put the sticker in for the fuse relocation, bolted it back down under, 15 minutes. So it's like, I could quickly just go out there, do the fix that I needed to do, or spend 45 minutes for something that I know that would bring more people to my channel just to watch a repair. And, I just elected to just go ahead and do it. So, I don't know, just a bit burnt out with trying to shoot content, these live streams, things like that. And I really would like to get back into it. So, this is my attempt at trying to get back into the swing of things. Honestly, life is busy between work, everything else that's going on. I'm trying to train for a major bike race here that's coming up here in a couple of months. So, I'm out riding a lot, so that's taking some time. Trying to dial in my nutrition, make sure the weight comes off that I've gained over the last year. Because, that's going to be key to success in racing is, my weight. Although this, past year I've raced maybe 13 times already between traveling to Texas and Colorado, going to some bike races, and it's sort of kind of has re-motivated me to, to look at my health, look at my fitness, and jumping into all those races has given me the motivation back that I need to want to stay healthy, want to focus on my nutrition. And so the weight is finally coming off. I'm no longer touching 210 pounds or just north of 210 pounds. I'm coming down closer to 200, which is, it feels good. It feels better. Ideally I would like to get back down to that 195 is a good, comfortable, heavy side of weight. I would like to get, when it comes down to racing, be more in about the 195. About 190, a little bit below, maybe 180. I can get down to as low as 185, and it's still, pretty healthy for me. And I'm a big guy, big-legged guy, so I'm never going to be 165 pounds. Well, I probably could, but it'd be very, very unhealthy for me. But so yeah, the weight's coming off, racing's feeling good again. I've had a lot of success in Colorado, not winning races, but to get out there, be competitive, be in the top 10, get a 7th place, get a 5th place against some guys that are pretty fit. It's felt pretty good to get back into it. So the racing's going well, in my opinion. I'm gonna kind of get away from some of the racing just a little bit, because I really need to focus on this next event that's coming up, which is the Tour of the Gila, which is a 4-day stage race in southern New Mexico, and it's going to be tough. It's definitely a race that is a little bit outside of my style, my realm of riding. And what I mean by that is, of the 4 days, there's two days of the race that are definitely within my style. So the time trial, that's easy. Um, that's just everybody's individual effort, race against the clock. Now, there is a first, second, third. You do need to be the fastest if you want to win. Um, but it's just you alone on the course against the clock. And then you have the criterium, which is definitely my style, which is NASCAR, lap type racing that, I obviously do very well at. And the other 2 days, so the Thursday, I think the race starts on a Thursday. Let's see, Thursday. Yes, Thursday is a hill climbing race. That's where I'm not good. I'm a heavier guy. I'm more of a power rider, more so than lightweight hill climbing guy. And also the last day, Sunday, is also a hill climbing race. I want to say that the race has nearly 4,500, 5,000 feet of elevation in both those races. So that's going to hurt for me. And that's over 68, 73 miles. So that's what I'm preparing myself for right now. I'm trying to, so my rides right now include going out for a little bit longer rides, endurance, more time in the saddle, and climbing. Lots of climbing right now. It's a thing I don't really like doing, but hey, if you just keep doing it and doing it, you eventually get it. So the key to that is just keep climbing, keeping high RPMs, keeping, watts up, and making sure that I'm spinning on these hills. And obviously the weight needs to come down because, cycling is definitely a power, just kind of like cars. Weight to power ratio determines how fast a vehicle goes. And it's sort of the same with bicycle racing. Weight to power ratio has an effect. Of course, there's other inputs, just depending on whether you get overheated, your heart rate's doing funky things that particular day. But the main point being is that, if I'm going a certain elevation, certain RPM, and I weigh 205 pounds, it's going to take more effort to climb at 205 pounds versus trying to climb the same elevation, same RPM at 195 pounds. It's just a fact. So those are the two things I'm working on right now. Well, actually, I guess it's three things. It's time in the saddle, so endurance, longer rides. That's just actually one thing. I know I kind of described several things there, but spinning, keeping my spin up, and my weight. So those are the things I'm focusing on right now, because that race is in 2 months. So we'll see how that goes. So as I can see, about 19 minutes into the stream, I can't see that anybody has really jumped into my channel here just yet. So if you are out there and my dashboard here is just not showing it, just, hey, drop me some information here in the chat. Let me know that you're here. I don't plan to stream very long today. Like I said, I just wanted to jump in one and kind of give an update on what was going on. And one, just for myself, I really felt like I needed to do something like this today, just to kind of get myself back in the grind of streaming. And hey, I do enjoy this, so I don't want to say it's not enjoyable. I definitely like the idea of streaming, and I think, and as I said, it's more a hobby and staying up to date with the technology, what's going on with it, playing around with your audio, your lighting, things like that. Those are all things that I actually like to do. So speaking of Twitch, um, I said this morning I was debating what platform to use, and I opened up chat, just chatting on the Twitch, and it just, there's some good chat ones in there. Like there's some people doing some podcasts, things like that, and those would interest me. But man, when you open up the, the page of Twitch and it's just dominated by scantily clad girls, half dressed girls, and everything, it's just like, man, I don't know that I really want to associate with that. Even though if you build an audience, they're going to come to your channel for a specific thing. But just when you're hidden amongst all that, it's, hey, what are people gonna click on? Some goofy shaved head dude just chatting that calls this thing morning coffee and chat, or some scantily clad girls that who knows what they chat about. No criticism to them. I just felt like I just didn't want to be mixed on that. So hey, just try a stream on YouTube. If nobody shows up, I'm just going to keep talking so that when this video stays on my stream, hey, at least I talked about something that I felt that was, hey, maybe there was something in there relevant that somebody will watch this video. We'll see. So I think I'm probably going to end the stream soon. And hey, I'm thinking I'm going to keep trying this. There's no reason why I can't. Just do a little bit of streaming here in the morning before my work day, before I do my workout. And I might even get back to streaming my workouts again, and the bike rides. We'll see. We're going to try. We're going to jump in it. I'm going to try to get back to this whole grind, creating content, and putting out there hopefully something of value. People that want to come see. I don't want to just create content just to, clickbait, get people here. I really want to find that niche that really draws people to this channel, and you have a reason to want to come look at what I'm putting out there, or even have a reason to come to this live stream. I know that if I did this on Twitch, there are a few people that come, and we will get into discussions about health and fitness. We'll get into discussions about the professional work atmosphere, corporate discussions, a corporate, even learning professional, high performance workplaces. I can get into all those conversations, and I've had some good ones out there. So hopefully we'll build that out here, where we can just talk about those things. That would be great. So with that, been going on 24 minutes, so I'm here all alone. I'm just going to go ahead and close this live stream down, leave the video up, because I managed to actually talk for the whole time. So maybe there's something in there somebody will get. So hey, if you see this video and you like it, let me know in the comments if you think I should keep on live streaming. What do you think? Would you come and join it if you knew that I was on here on a regular basis? Would you want to jump in here, chat with me, just to kind of start your day, and maybe some little bit of motivation discussions and talks and things to kind of help you focus on your workday? Not that I'm going to claim to be any sort of expert on that, but hey, I do work in a professional development. I do work with large teams, and am great at working with teams, team building, teamwork. So those are all things that I'm really good at. But let me know if you would be interested in me keeping these streams coming. And then I'll throw another one out. I'll jump out here again and just do it, and maybe hopefully get to that point where we can set a regular schedule where these things are going to be out there, certain day, certain time. You'll know that they're on. I'd like to get to that point personally, but let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feedback. What what are some things I can do? What kind of video? What kind of content would you like to see? What kind of extra YouTube video? Besides the live stream, what other types of YouTube video content would you like me to do? I mean, I can't even. I mean, I could go on with a big list of different talents that I have that I think would be of value to people, from how to barbecue and smoke meats, fixing your vehicles, exercise. I would say that I'm reasonably good at a lot of things, but let me know your thoughts. So with that, hope you have a good day. We'll see you around the next time.